Yo, 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 what's going on, my people? It's your girl, Ryder Creator, coming back with another one. So, today I wanted to get into a dream that I had last night. As a matter of fact, it really was more like this morning because I sleep in odd hours. But what is so wild is like I kept sleeping, waking up, and sleeping and waking up all through the night when it came to. So I really had like almost like a total of 3 or 4 dreams. I think it was three, but the third dream, I literally had like I don't know how many dreams in one. It was more than one dream, but it was all pushed together. And then I had to use my divine rise to find out and decipher what belonged with what. And as I was asking about that today, right, I feel like it was connected to Nipsey Hussle. And what is wild is when I was going to sleep, that's one of the last things that I was watching. I remember that. I was watching somebody talking about Nipsey and the whole Big U and somebody a cowboy and all this stuff. It was a whole bunch of stuff they was talking about, and I decided to turn it off because I just didn't want to chance Nipsey hearing that, and I felt like it wasn't going to help him in no type of way. Cause in a way they ops, and even the people that claim to be about him, to me, they're ops. Like if you ain't do nothing and you was there, you talking about you was the first one out there, man. If you ain't do nothing, then you a op. You you was pretending to be something that you're not. So that's how I feel about it. I feel like everybody that was with him when he lost his life should have been more on guard. This is LA we talking about. You should know better. When one person come out, right? If the person came and then he disappeared and then came back about 5 to 10 minutes later, soon as you seen that man spin the block, cause that's spinning the block. Soon as you seen that man spin the block, soon as you seen it was that man, y'all should have had straps out. Y'all should have had gats out ready for whatever's coming, period. Soon as y'all saw that this was the same dude that just came from around here, y'all should have been more than ready. I don't give a damn who was out there. That's how I feel about it. So this could have been fresh on my mind, but so I've been divinely blessed by God with spiritual powers. It's almost like I've been like nurturing my spiritual powers, but I also feel like God has elevated my spiritual powers to another level. And I just have this thing and I can't control it. I don't know how to control my gifts or whatever. So, I mean, certain things I know how to control, like the ability to read people. I know how to control that, but I don't control it. I let it do what it do. I love to lay eyes on somebody and see into them because that's for my protection, for other people's protection. You know, if I see something evil or bad, that's when I alert people or make it known. But if it's not nothing bad, I'll keep it to myself. I see what I see. If somebody in some type of trouble, like about to maybe take their life or something of that nature, then I will step in because I feel like it's my duty as a person on this earth. It's all of our duties to help each other along in this thing called life. And it could get real tough sometimes. So if I see something like that, I do step in because I feel like that's what we're supposed to do. So, um, so in my recently, or maybe my last set of gifts is that I'll be just reaching into people business. I can't even explain it. I don't even really understand how this is done because I'm not making a conscious effort to do this. but it just happens. And I believe because Nipsey was the last thing that something about Nipsey was the last thing that I was watching, I believe I jumped into his business, into his past, into I believe he was younger at this time. I just don't know how old he was. I might ask on here. Hey, Cold Pepsi, how are you, sweetie pie? It's good to see you, honey bunny. So, um, very good to see you. I hope everything is good with you. Let me know. Just checking in on my sis. Okay. How is everything going? It's good to see you. So, yes, we must have a hater in the building. When I decided to speak to you, then now it's only one person in here. But I don't give a good goddamn. If it's a hater, that's your problem. That's not my problem. I still love you. You're still welcome here. But it might be people that you don't like, or it might be people that you don't get along with or don't agree with me actually being nice to, but that's your problem, not mine. So anyway, back to the story what I was saying. So yes, I don't play them petty games. I'm too grown of a woman to give a damn about who people don't F with and who I choose to F with. I'm way too grown. Way too grown. I don't partake and never did in childish. I was just talking about this childish cliques, mean girl antics. I don't do that. So if anybody have a problem with who I'm cool with, that's your problem. You said you're gonna be all right, but to be honest, my son is getting. Ah, you know, I'm gonna delete this comment. That's fine, baby. Yes, I seen it. You can delete it now. It's up to you. That's so beautiful. Like, yes, no, yeah, I left it alone. I stopped reading when I read what it said. Yes, but that's how life goes sometimes. It just is what it is, you know. So, yeah, so you said I feel you on this. No negative energy. I don't care if it is negative energy. I don't allow nobody to control who I like, who I don't like. You know, I fell out with quite a few people because these people on here think they supposed to be able to rule over your life, and they think they can tell you who to be cool with and who not to be cool with. But they got me effed up when they thought I was a follower. No, I've always been a leader. Even in high school, I never was a mean girl. I was a popular kid, but I did not treat what they would call the nerds any different than I did the quote unquote popular kids. And I did not stand for the quote unquote popular kids, even if they were my friends, to disrespect the nerds in my face. And if anything, I would pump the nerds up to slap the shit. Like I'd be like, so say for instance, you know how they do. They start talking trash and like got their little nicknames that they be teasing people that's like less popular than them. You know, a lot of people in this world, they only feel good when they can put down other people. So when they start trying to do that, if I know who they trying to go after, I will call that person. Like it was this boy named Robin, like Robin Williams. So anyway, it was this boy named Robin that I used to go to school with. And like I remember it used to be a couple of these people that I actually hang with that would try to call him a derogatory nickname or whatever. And so I was like, Robin, slap the shit out of her. Slap the shit out of her. I bet you she won't try that no more. I literally would try to pump him up, but I already knew he wasn't that type of person. I knew he wasn't, you know? And I'll just be like, you ain't shit talking to the person. Because that's what I try to do, make them stand up for this. Yes. And yeah, they put others people down because they really are the ones who feel like failures in their own life and they don't feel good enough. And that's why they do it, to try to make themselves feel big, but it's really because they hate their own life and they're trying to make somebody else hate their own life just like they hate their own life. Like, if we really go deep into the psychology of it all, yes. Mm-hmm. Yup. And anytime and it's this same girl in particular. Like I seen her later on in the future, and she tried to like, I don't know. She tried to say some type of snarky comment, and and when she did, I went for her jugular. See, that's the type of person that I am. You gotta be careful what you say to me. If you come at me, I'm gonna go for your jugular. That might not be playing fair, but I don't play with people. I'm too grown to play with people. I'm not a child. I don't play. Like the song, we don't play. We don't play. But anyway, so yes, I'm too grown to play with people. So when she tried to make that song, I went for her jugular. And we was somewhere where it's like public. And whatever I said back, I just remember her shrinking. We might have been on a train, like on an L, some place where there's a lot of, all I remember is a place where there's a lot of people. We either was on a train or on a train platform or something, whatever it was, or a bus or something, but it was crowded and people could hear what was being exchanged. And I went for her jugular because you got me effed up if you thought I was going to allow you to make a snarky comment. Look, I don't know who you thought you remember me to be, but you should have remembered I'm the chick that called all y'all bitchs out and y'all ain't do shit. That's how that's how I ended up being with the popular kids. It was like one of them days I wasn't in the mood for nobody BS, and I just called everybody out. Like, yo, somebody got something to say, line it the F up. We could do this right here, right now. Let's go. I'm talking to you like that. Like I went down the line and like looking people in the eye, you pointing them out. What's up? Like, ain't nobody want nothing. And then everybody that was there started jumping on my, you know what I mean, trying to be my bestie and all that from that. Where, I really ain't really F with them too tough because this is the way y'all started jumping on my stuff trying to be my friend. I don't play the games. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it went. But yeah, I never treated no nerds or nobody else that was less popular any less than, because I feel like we all are amazing people. I don't give a damn how other people see you. I will never look down on a person ever. And you don't know what they be going through themselves. They might be just doing all they can to make it. And then you come along with your BS and then you knock them off their square. What if what you said, being the mean BITCH, mean, miserable BITCH that you is, girl or boy, what if the one thing you said just made this child go home and take their life? People, words be hurting people. What if that was the one thing that tipped them over? Like, I don't like stuff like that. But anyway, let me get back to what I was talking about, because I'm going to get back to the subject at hand. So I was saying that my newest gift, look, I even did this to Cold Pepsi, to one of the people in the chat right now. But I even did this to her and did not understand. I was trying to understand it was her, but it was her. She told me it was her. Everything I was saying about her, she said this is her. So anyway, so I had my latest gift from God is that I have the ability to be in people's business. I don't understand how it works. I don't even know if I'm turning it on or not. It's just, I don't know. Like, and I believe last night / this morning, I actually went into Nipsey's business, to his past, I believe. I believe he was younger, because I asked him, was he known yet? And he said no. Now, so I felt like it was two or maybe even three dreams in one, the dream I'm talking about right now. So I had a total of maybe three, maybe four at the most dreams last night. Two of the dreams did not pertain to him. I know who they pertain to. Should I talk about those two? No. Okay, okay. They told me don't just talk about them because it's actually pointing a finger at somebody. That's why they telling me don't talk about it, because it's pointing a finger at somebody, and it got to do with somebody who was taken out, and they mean a lot to me. And if I went into detail, you probably could put two and two together and understand what I'm saying. So anyway, I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about this one. So where this dream picked up at, should I talk about the end of that dream? No. All right, so I'm gonna talk about the part that only I believe has to do with Nipsey. So, all right, it starts. I didn't know that this had to do with Nipsey. I thought I was me, simply me being me. But that's how it is sometimes. I'll be seeing through somebody else's eyes and I don't even realize it until like I start asking about it, or until something is said to me that leads me to ask more questions and find out from the divine rights and God, and find out from the ancestors, who is this pertaining to. So that's what happened. So, and how the dream began. So I was in this place. I thought it was community college, actually. As weird as it sounds, I thought I was in my community college. I don't know why. I thought it was like school or something. And I thought it was like college or something. Was it college? No. Okay, I'm just making sure. So anyway, so I thought it was like community college or school or something, because that's kind of how my community college where I'm from looks. Like everything was white surrounding it, like, so like the benches was white, the whatever flower pots, flower bins was white. Anywhere you could sit was white. The ceiling was white. If it was lights coming down, but this was daytime, so the lights wasn't on. But if it was, the ceiling was white. The lights would have been white. Um, and it's a door. So I walked out of this place, which I thought was a school, but come to find out, it's not that. It was a hotel, but I didn't know that. So I went to go have a cigarette, which I don't smoke no more, thank God. But I don't smoke no more. But I went to have a cigarette, right? So I run into this girl, this chubby girl. She kind of light skinned. She reminds me of somebody that I know, but I don't think it was her. Was it her? No. So she reminds me of somebody that I know, but I don't think it was this girl. But she's chubby. She had a ponytail kind of to the side, to the back. She light brown skin, and she just a little chatterbox. And so I'm going to have a cigarette. And I was trying to. It started raining as soon as I stepped out. So it's like this overlay thing that protects you from if it was raining, right? And I was going to go to the part where I'm not around a lot of people so I could smoke a cigarette, right? So I was walking down almost like it would be like a concourse or something, but I was walking down this, I guess, for lack of a better term, concourse, until I get further down where I'm not around too many people, but I'm still under the overlay so it won't rain on me, because it was raining, and it was big drops of rain. Like it was big drops of rain. It was really about to really do some real life raining. So when I gets down around where I was gonna go a little further, I runs into this girl, the chatterbox girl or whatever. So she nice. She's very chatterboxy or whatever. And she was like, "Oh, F that, I'm going to light up here." So I was like, "Oh, okay." I thought she was my friend because I don't know. It was like I was with her, but I wasn't. I didn't know her. But she was like, "F that, I'm going to light up here." So she lights up right there where it's still enough people where I didn't want to be smoking around the people like that. So she just lights up there, whatever. We start talking. She just chitter chattering, chitter chattering. And I don't know. I said something to her about some bud. For the people that don't know, What that mean? That mean trees. Weed, trees, whatever you want to call it. So I said something to her about some bud. I still thought this was me because this was who I was. You know what I mean? So especially if I was in college at that time. So anyway, so I said something to her about some trees. She started talking to me about the trees or whatever. So she was like, "Oh, well, I get mine from." She was like, "I get mine from so and so who get theirs from so and so who get it from Omar, right?" So this what she said, Omar, right? So we smoking at the time, we smoking a cigarette. So we just smoking and talking or whatever. And then I mean, no more than 2 minutes after she said Omar, Omar comes up and sits down. Now I didn't know this is Omar, right? So I'm like, who that talking to her? Cause he just came and sat down, and I felt like he almost sat down in the middle of our conversation, like he knows somebody here. I know I didn't know him. Well, when I thought it was me in the dream, when I thought I myself was me in the dream, I knew I didn't know him. So, but it turned out I don't think I was me in the dream. So I turned to the girl and said, "Who that?" And or I turned to him and said, "You Omar?" Or she either said, "That's Omar," or I said to him, "Are you Omar?" But either way, I found out that's Omar, right? So he was like kind of brown skin, not brown skin, but like a little darker than light skin, but brown skin. So anyway, so he's kind of a little lighter brown skin, but his hair was in dreads and they go all over the place. Now, I think that's important. I'm saying this because I feel like people that know about Nipsey probably would know who I'm talking about. I was trying to find out who is Omar to Nipsey. I've been trying to find out, but I can't figure it out. So anyway, so the dude Omar, he sits down and I'm like, Omar, you gonna live a long time. This is what I said to him because we just got finished talking about him. I'm like, you gonna live a long time. I mean, it was no more than 2 minutes after we just discussed. You just walked right up here and sat down right in the middle of what we was talking about. We were talking about you as you walked up, and so he just was like, oh yeah, whatever, something like that. So then we ends up going into the door of, I guess it was the hotel lobby. I guess it was like a lobby. So we goes into this door. So Omar fades off into somewhere else, but he's still in the lobby because it's really raining badly. So everybody taking cover in the lobby. So it became kind of crowded. So now I'm in a certain section with people, and then Omar is somewhere over, maybe further over. So I said, what I said about I said, yo, don't Omar look like a black version of Kyle? I was talking about some white guy that I work with. I don't know if I was talking about that person or if I was talking about somebody else because now I know I was not me. I thought I was me, but I was not me. So I was like, don't he remind you of a black version of Kyle or something? And then I started talking about Omar looked like he not to be F with. Like he might seem kind of quiet, but you do not want to wake up that beast. Like Omar seemed like he really um about that life when you trigger him. When he get triggered, you better watch out. And then I said something about something to do with Kyle, and I might have said something about, I don't know if I said Omar being crazy or what, but whatever I said, this boy that was like a college boy, he started saying something. He started um quoting these words from a song, but I don't know the song. but I'm told the song is like more of a kind of current song. But I don't listen to today's rap. So, and I said, if I could have named this song, I would have named this song Fantasies of Revenge or Thoughts of Revenge or something about revenge because I felt like this song was said in revenge. I wish I could remember more lines, but the dude quoted somewhere between 4 to 8 lines of this song, right? But I only remember two. And he was saying it, and I felt like this song was explaining somebody had robbed this person that was rapping. That's why I said it should be called Thoughts of Revenge, Dreams of Revenge, Fantasies of Revenge, or something like that. I felt like somebody had robbed this person, and now it's up and it's stuck, and he is like ready for war when he see them. When he see them, it's up. So he was like, and don't whatever was said, I just remember this young boy that was in the crowd. He was sitting down in the crowd in the lobby or whatever. And he started singing this song and he was like, and don't, what did he say? And don't floss or front me neither, or something like that. And then he said, and then he said something. He said Tech Nine, something, something, something. Like he was saying this song, but I don't really know this song. This is what he was singing. I can't remember what are the other lines to the song, but them are the two lines that I remember. So, so I felt like it was somebody's song who really is out today or close to now, like within the last 10 years or something. But I don't know today's rap at all. So then I goes further into the crowd, like it's like some type of metal detectors close to there. So I don't really know exactly where we at, but it's some type of security check area that's kind of on the sideline. So when I go over to the sideline, it's this girl. She is like, okay, if I could describe what she looked like and what I think she is, I feel like she like maybe a bit of a preppy girl. She's very health conscious. I feel like she wear a lot of half shirts. That sound wild. She could have had on a half shirt that day. I don't really remember what she had on, but she seemed like she wear a lot of half shirts. She's like a health nut. She work out all the time. And so when I had came up to her, she started telling me what she got. So I almost feel like Omar went to her and said, take care of her or take care of him. Because I don't know. I believe I was not me. But whoever I was, Omar went to her and said, take care of this person, whoever I was at the time. So I asked, I said, so she started telling me what she got. I said, yo, you got 25 pieces or whatever. So, or quarter pieces or whatever, something like that. So she was like, yeah. And then she's like, I got 20s, I got something. And she might have said some type of measurements of what she got. Like, so I felt like beyond my sight on the other side of where we was at, because I feel like this would usually be used as a security checkpoint, but for some reason, this was not being used for that at this time. So we're out of my sight. I felt like it was a scale or something. I felt like she was weighing, but so that she can give me whatever I asked for. So then she's like, that's gonna be 1750. I don't know why she said that. She said, but it's gonna be 1750. So let's just say that I was getting a 20 piece, but for some reason it was gonna be 1750. I was trying to figure out why is she telling me the different prices that she have, the different amounts that she have? Is she changing the price? Is she trying to give me some type of discount? because I'm a first time person or what. I don't know what was going on. And I was trying to figure it out. And so I was trying to figure out if I'm going to just let her have the 250 as a tip or something, or was I going to ask her to just compensate with that 250, put whatever I could get to make it a full whatever it was for $20 like that. So I was thinking all these things. And then at that time, first I touched one of the buds. She put one of the buds in my hand. So I touched one of the buds and then she took it back and put it back down. What the hell was that? So she took one of the buds and she put it back into the bag that she was stocking up to give to me at this time or whatever. And but I felt the bud in my hand like real life. Like I still remember the feel of the bud. So anyway, and I've seen it. It was a pretty big bud too. But anyway, so um then after that, I never exchanged. I never got it. I remember I was getting out the $20, but as I was getting out the $20, I was thinking all those different thoughts, and I didn't never get a chance to give it to her because now, in this dream, in an instant, now I'm somewhere else, and I'm gonna stop that dream right there because the rest of it, I don't think it has to do with Nipsey. Does it? No. So yeah, I stopped it right there. Now, my question is it a person named Omar in Nipsey's life? That's for the Nipsey heads, for the Nipsey buffs, the people that know everything there is to know about Nipsey Hussle. Is there a Omar in his life? And if so, who is Omar? Like, I can't figure out who this is to him. And I was told to bring this to my channel and that I'll end up finding out who this is. That somebody that's all about Nipsey would know who Omar is. So even if somebody sees this later and is not in the chat now, please give me some insight if you know who Omar is. Now, what I know about his appearance, I feel like this is they go a little far back because when I question about when this was or whatever, I felt like this is in Nipsey's younger years because I asked him, was he known yet? And he said no, he was not known. So I think that matters for something. So if anybody hears this and knows who Omar is, please drop it in my comments. I'll be more than appreciative to get some clarity. I just wanted to come to y'all about this dream. Let me go to changing my banner. Now, so this is for anybody who would love to support my channel. I would appreciate you supporting the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Um, you can support me. You see the Cash App scrolling across the bottom. If you also wish to contact me, you can contact me by email. If you wish to book a reading or any reason you wish to get in touch with me, you can get it through my email. Get in touch with me through my email, which is listed in the description box. You're more than welcome to do so. Is there anything else I'm getting to say? Please like, please sub to the channel. Please hit the notification bell when you sub so you can know when I'm gonna go live or whenever I drop a video or whatever I do, you will be alerted of that and you can support me that way. Any donation made to this channel is greatly appreciated. It doesn't matter how big or how small. I appreciate that. Thank you for whoever decided to pull up, no matter how short of a time you pulled up. Your presence was appreciated. And I think that's it, and that's all. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I love you. Mwah. Peace.